Hello, everybody. We're back for another session of this Stop and Chat channel we have at the moment. And today we have a new guest with us, which is Zhao Lei. She is one of the UK channel SEs. Have I pronounced your name right? I've been working with you for about a year now. I should probably know that.
My name is, from Chinese background, so it's a struggle, generally speaking, for people to pronounce it. So you can pronounce as like a Charlie, or you can call me like a Xiaolei. So or Xiaoli. So I'm open to three options.
we make it up as we go. So, like we say, you're a UK SE working in the UK and Ireland team, same as myself. And today we're going to be going over Checkpoint Harmony Connect. There's two flavors of those. Ash did the Odoo acquisition, corporate access, and today we're going to be going over internet access. So, we'd love to see what you've got for us today.
Sure. Thanks, Manny, for this introduction. So first of all, I'm just going to give you really a small slide to set the thing, for you to understand what we offer in terms of internet access as a service. So let me just share my screen. So bear me 1 second. Okay, so I'm assuming that most of you understand what is a SASE, okay? So today the topics I'm talking about is specifically focused about offering gateway as a service. So offering gateway as a service is one of the SASE elements, one of the elements that Gartner has specified as part of the SASE architecture. As Checkpoint SASE solution, we offer more than just the gateway as a service. There's other pieces that Manning has already mentioned that was done by one of our other colleagues, Ash. So today, I'm just going to talk about how the remote users can use an agent, redirect the remote laptop to our gateways that are hosted in a public cloud environment. Okay, so this is a piece that we mentioned as like internet security. Obviously, one of the trendy feature is also about VPN as a service. I want to get internet secured, but at the same time, as a remote user, they want to get access to the corporate data. So one of the elements that Checkpoint is now working on is the connection between our gateways that's hosted in the cloud, maintained by us. Basically, from customer point of view, they don't need to worry about deploying the gateway in the public cloud, worry about upgrading, the hotfix or doing the next version major release upgrade. Okay, so we take care of that as a vendor. And then now we are giving the option for customers to establish the connection from our cloud gateway to the data center.
What type of customers have we seen that typically tend to be choosing to take our traditional firewall and chuck it in the cloud and just consume it as a SaaS service? What type of customers tend to be doing that?
It depends, it varies from small to enterprise class. Obviously, when it comes to small customer, that they don't necessarily have IT team. They don't necessarily have the expertise to deploy like a remote remote solutions or even remote access VPNs. So having this type of solution will make their life easier. They don't need to learn about what is firewall, how VPN works. All they need to do is just subscribe to this type of service, install the client on the remote users, and when this VPN as a service solution will be GA, customer will be also offer the data center applications access for the remote user. So it's depends. I think it's matter of like mentality. It's a matter of if you want to consume it as a service, because if the main focus of the company is not IT focus, if they are retail and they want to focus the product into the retail, they don't want to think about how should I deploy it, how should I offer remote access to for my remote workers.
Yeah, super quick and easy just to get kind of like a secured internet connection, isn't it? So yeah, it's those type of people who just need something really, really fast, which makes it a really good product.
Yeah,
great stuff.
Yeah, and I was focusing on remote user in terms of branch office. For customers having branch office, they can also benefit from these solutions as long as there's a router from the branch side can redirect the traffic back to the gateway. They will also be able to have the secure internet security with our gateways. But this is focused on the outbound connection. Okay, so this is what we call Checkpoint Infinity Portal. So under this portal, you can actually subscribe to different Checkpoint cloud solutions. So Harmony Connect is one of them. So obviously, Harmony Connect offer internet security, internet access, as well as remote access. And under here, you will be able to set up your remote access for your remote users as well as your branch office. So the first thing that we need to do is obviously send the registration email for that remote user. To do that, we go under asset, users, and device. There are actually two options for you to send the registration. The first option is to send with your remote user's email address. The second one can be done via the identity provider. So today, we integrate with Azure AD, Okta, and the two others. I don't remember the name, but I will show you later on what are the exact name of them. Okay, so I'm sending an email to myself. So very shortly, yes, he arrived. Okay, so I've sent an email to my Checkpoint email address. So now I've just received the invitation to install this Harmony Connect application. So it's really simple steps, from remote user point of view. By clicking there, me as a remote user, I will be redirected to the web browser page, and automatically the application will start downloading itself on here. And you can see from graphical point of view, it's really intuitive. It's really easy for someone who doesn't understand IT how this is working. Yeah, and it actually also tell you to click here to run the setup. So I'm just going to double click on here. Oh, actually, I need to stop on here. So as a remote user, I'm going to double click on this exit. So this is my remote user environment. So I'm connected directly to the internet without any firewall solution at the back end. So it is literally, installing. As part of the installation, we will also deploy the HTTPS inspection if you have set up as part of your policies set for the remote users. So now you can see the client is deployed, and it has started to establish the VPN communication back to our cloud gateway. So it takes a bit of time, and you can see it is spinning up slowly here. Okay, so as a remote user, now I'm protected for my internet traffic against malicious file, command control attacks, browser exploits, and network exploit. And as a remote user, you can give the remote user the option to suspend this access, and also collect logs if there's any issues happening on the environment.
I think it's just so fantastic to see how quick and easy you can go from a user's machine that was just browsing the internet, open to risks, could click on a phishing link and could download malware. But with this simple agent, it doesn't matter if they're at home or if they're on the train. They are now protected behind a checkpoint gateway with that really strong security that customers have bought from us for years in software and in appliances, but simply just put behind a little agent that shoves them out through the internet and stuff. So, that is so quick and easy for you to set that up and everything. And it's fantastic to see it firsthand.
Yeah, I mean, Manny, you are right, and you just reminded me. Actually, the cloud gateway itself, it is exactly the same technology that we use for our on-premise customers. So it is using the Gaia version, the latest version available. Okay, so let me just to quickly show you in terms of like a setups on here. So once we've sent the invitation to the remote user to install the client, we know that the remote users internet traffic is now redirected to our gateway. So we will need to make sure that the policy itself is compliant to the way that we want to protect them. So from here, you can go to policy, access control, internet access. So this is similar to, those who are using Checkpoint, our smart console policy setup. So you can define a name for your rule, set up action is allow or block, define the source and the destination. Generally, URL filtering, application control is one of the key elements when it comes to remote connection. You obviously want to enable threat prevention under here. So because this is a cloud offering, so Checkpoint made it really simple. So we just enable a recommended profile. So Checkpoint fine tune everything at the back of it. So customer don't need to think about anything, about, oh, how should I set up IPS? How should I, enable the sandboxing and detect any command control servers, any non-malicious file, etc. So it is all being done back at the background. Nothing that customer need to worry about. So it is really simple setup.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean, I speak to a lot of customers who, in the past have said to us, "Oh, I know what Checkpoint do, but they're for big customers, aren't they? Because we're known for looking after the financial industry, we're known for selling, really big, appliances and those sorts of areas. And actually, sometimes I've been able to engage conversations with those customers, and they'll look at our main Gaia product, and sometimes even smaller organisations will say, "There's just so many features in there that I'm probably not going to need." And this is a fantastic way that you kind of get the halfway house, which is that same security stack. So you're talking about the same security. It's going to be inspecting your traffic, inspecting your users' activity the same way as the standard boxes will, but you're not bombarded with lots of different options, lots of different configurations that you're going to need. So this obviously isn't going to be for everybody. This is not a pitch to say that everybody should go out and swap out their firewalls, but for those customers who just need that really quick, agile security solution where they don't have to set up lots of infrastructure behind it, this is just absolutely perfect for those types of customers. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, and especially with what happened, lately, like a COVID pandemic, no one was expecting, and for customers like need to adapt the current situation, it's really simple way for them to just shift from on-premise, activity to the remote by enabling this kind of solutions.
Yeah.
And this solution itself is actually free to trial for all customers. It's open, on the internet. They can just search portal.checkpoint.com and register themselves, and they will be able to have 30-day trial directly from here. So really easy. So I'd recommend, all of you actually to go and have a trial of the solution and see it yourself how good the solution can be.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Thank you so much. That is a fantastic demo we've seen there today. We're talking. We've been chatting for about 10, 15 minutes today, and think about the amount of time that people used to spend simply on a scoping call for a consultancy and an installation. I wouldn't even. I've done consultancies of Checkpoint firewalls. All around the country, and I would barely have got into the first paragraph of the scope of the installation of a kind of a scoping document for doing an installation of like a clustered environment of a couple of Checkpoint gateways. And in this situation, we've managed to deploy an agent, get it working through the gateway. So, we're talking a tiny fraction of the actual deployment time to get these things up and running. So customers can set up your account, give it a go, see how it works for you. by the time we would have normally have had a conversation about even scoping an appliance and everything. So it is an amazing product for those reasons and stuff. So that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today. If anyone has any questions, please pop them in the chat, and if not, pop them in the comment section. We'll try to answer as many of those as possible. If you're an end client, reach out to one of our trusted partners we have out in the channel. Speak to them about Harmony Connect Internet Access, and they can arrange a demo for you. If you are a partner and you haven't actually had a chance to look at this technology before, contact your SE, and they will arrange a practical demo for you to be able to go through this. So, thank you everybody so much for your time, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Bye.